sometimes is a decision. You have to make a decision. And this is also something that in life is not so easy. Even in the morning, if you get up, I get up or I stay 5 minutes longer in the bed. You have to decide. Everything is a decision. And just to keep the right decision in the right moment. And if I look back after all these years, okay, not everything went 100%, yeah, but many things I think I would do the same. Oh, this is so many nice moments. I think the first one was me and my brother playing in the sand on the beach with my grandmother, because she always went with us in the holidays. My parents, they were always busy, they didn't have the time. And this I remember. And in Belgium, on the beach, you can eat this pudding thing, and I remember that was our goal, to go to this beach and eat this pudding thing, and it was very nice. I was living outside in a little village, and near to our house was a farm, and the farmer was still working on the field with a horse, with a cold-blood horse, you know. And then for me, there was always the shortest way, if I come home, to go back to the farm and then see how he was working with his horse in the field. And then if he was ready, then he put me on the back of the horse. And then as a child, sitting on this cold blood, you know, this feeling, you cannot describe it. And so, step by step, you get into this horse world. You know, this little Jan was quite early a very independent boy, because with this age, my parents, they were very social and they were very busy with everything, and my grandmother was a little bit lonely, so I spent a lot of time, most of the time, with my grandmother, and I was super spoiled. I got everything that I wanted. So, and then sometimes I wonder that being so spoiled as a child, that I get so much discipline later, yeah. Sometimes I think I never work in my life, because I never feel that it is a job. It is a hobby. It is a hobby. It is something what you like to do, and whatever it is, a lot or not a lot is what you love to do. Yeah, a job what terrible was be going to school. This was something terrible, but going in the stable and mocking out and helping the people in the stable is not only the riding, it's everything around the horses. To be in this smell of horses. This is something what you like to do, and I never, for me, it's never a job. I feel home in Krefeld, because in Krefeld I live 40 years in Krefeld, so I know so many people in Krefeld. I have many friends here, and I know all the little roads, all the little streets. But also I like to go sometimes home where I was born, and walk a little bit there where I was walking as a child. So this is also some good feeling that I have. I like to go and visit my bird town. My father was a very clever man, and he had nothing to do with horses. And if I told him one day that I don't want to go to school, I want to finish the school and I want to do something with horses, and then I know that all the family was so against it and said, "Oh, this is a stupid idea. Don't let him do this. He will end as a groom." And then my father said, "Okay, if this is the wish, if you think that you should do this, then please let's try to find a way." And so this was, I think, the first step to be able to go in the horse world. Sometimes I think, very personal, that it's super important to be positive and to see the things always in a good way. and to give, because always something comes back, yeah? At a certain point, there was a dealer in Belgium, and he was dealing with jumping horses. And then he said to me, look, I know a stable in Germany, and it was in a Heiligenhaus in Velber, near also not too far away from Düsseldorf. And he said, go there and then work as a groom, and then learn German, and then step by step we will see what's going on. So, and this was super luck for me to come in a stable where there was a very nice instructor and the man who ran the place and who ran the business. So I was there 1 year, and then this man showed me the way. And then he said to me, look, as a groom or here working for me, you have talent. I wrote some little shows, I was winning some little things. He said, okay, if you want to do something good of your life, you have to go to Mr. Schmidtke. And this is a very good stable where there's good horses and there is a good management and it's a strong school, but if you go there, then I think that is the best way for you. Luckily, this man, Benno Ehlert was his name. What a luck that he didn't use me to work for him, that he said, okay, no, go away and go in this school, and then you will see this will change your life. And it changed my life completely. The horses, they make your life, because being successful is because you have maybe the luck that you have a good horse, but first of all you need to find a relationship. I was 17 years old, and then I went to this man in Germany to work as a groom in his stable. So there was a regional show for juniors and young riders. And he went there with 2 teams. And in one team, there was one boy, he was not able to, he was sick, he could not be in the team. So this man, Mr. Ehlert, he said, look, take your white pences and go in the second team and ride with us. So it was some little jumping, there was a little bit of dressage. And it was my first competition that I did in Germany. And then after the end of the competition, after 3 days, I was champion of the region. And I never forget this. I was so proud. I went back home in the stable where we were as kids and boys working in the stable. And I was a few months in Germany, and I was already champion. So I came back, and I told everybody, look, no, it's done. My life is okay. I'm on the right way. So I think that this is one of the most exciting moments in my life. Still now, I cannot believe it. And then many years later, after I went away from Mr. Schmidtke and I was doing my own business with my first wife together, we still had customers who came from that time, because they had a good remembering and they keep following us. And so, and then you need in the right moment to meet the right people and to see the opportunities. Yeah, because sometimes the opportunity comes, but you don't see it, and then you miss it. Yeah. I see many times if I think like everything start. For example, my first horse, Angelino, and that was a horse that Heidi and me, we bought it as a 5-year-old, and then we didn't bought it to ride Grand Prix. We bought it because we liked that horse. So and then we started, and we were riding small classes, and then we were riding until Prix Saint George, and we were winning Prix Saint George, and at a certain point he didn't develop as a Grand Prix horse. And then suddenly you win a Grand Prix, and suddenly you are successful, and then many times later you have horses, and you you start from another point, because this one should be the next Grand Prix horse. The first one was not supposed to be Grand Prix. So you are calm, you give him time, you develop, and suddenly you come on a level that you are as good as your horse allow you to be good. And there's also something that I need to learn, that at the end, if you are not successful in this moment, it doesn't mean that you are suddenly not a good rider. Maybe you don't have the right horse in this moment, and then I think that there's there where you make the first mistakes, because then you want that the next horse is better or as good as the other one, and you see it from another point of view. I don't know if you understand what I mean. You know, at the beginning, and and then you lose sometimes a little bit the love to your horse, yeah, because he's not immediately giving what you want. The first one you didn't expect anything, so he give it for free, yeah, and I think that's also a life lesson that later, because at the time I didn't realize it, but then later I see people who are quite successful, suddenly they are not so successful, and they feel bad with it, but they should not feel bad with it, because you don't have the horse that give you this success in the moment. What was a great highlight was that if Beatrice win there was vice world champion in Jerez. Yeah, this was very emotionally. You know, this is because it's not only to be vice world champion. It is the way you get there. Yeah, we were working together many years, and she was not a top star before, but suddenly she became a top star, and then what was everything with Spain, with the Spanish mentality, this Jerez town. So I landed in Jerez, and here was winter, so I came there out of the plane, and then the sun was shining. And I sit in a little hotel, and there was a balcony, and I had a glass of wine, and the sun was shining, and I said, okay, this is the job, I need that job, this I have to be here, yeah. And then many years later, in Jerez, we achieved this success, and with the team we had a bronze medal, and then, you know, all the other ones, they came by truck, and we went from the school, walking through the town to the venue. You know, there was two different worlds, but so emotionally that you cannot explain it. And another thing, but it was also very emotionally, that was with Munoz and Fuego in Kentucky. So this is something that I still could cry if I feel it still now. You know, there was you have a stadium. This is full of people. You know, everybody wants to give his best, and then. There's standing ovation. They didn't have standing ovation for the winner, but for Juan Jerez, all the people were standing up, and for Juan Munoz, you know, and then he came out of this moment. You cannot forget this only this moment. Only think, what a life, what a luck that we could live such a life. Yeah, it's incredible. I was riding until 47 years old. And at a certain point, I had enough, because riding was for me everything. I want to compete, yeah? And then I teach, okay, because you have to live, but I was not in love with teaching. At a certain point, I stopped to compete because I don't want to compete anymore, and then I start to train. And then I have also to learn to train, because this is also not something, because you're a good rider, that you're also a good trainer. And then what I see today is that it's a combination of three. It's the horse, it's your student, and it's yourself. And everybody has to bring something to it. It is not because you come as a trainer that you say, okay, the trainer will fix everything. No. We have to fix it together. Yeah. So, and then it's a question of a very deep relationship, because the horses doesn't always go as you want that they go. So then suddenly you get in a difficult situation, not because you and me are difficult. No, we like to train together, but that we have this horse, and then we should be aware that this doesn't put us in a bad situation. Yeah, so it is a teamwork. It is a teamwork. You start as a teamwork, and you go and you try to find the answers, because at the end, training a horse is understanding the horse, because they are also different. You can make a horse Grand Prix and make a book how you did it. So with the next horse, you need another book. Yeah, because it's different. You cannot do the same book as with the first one. So, and as long as you keep this connection, that it's not a question of a result, that it's a question of the two, the rider and the trainer, try to find the right understanding and the right way to approach this special horse. This is important. My favorite life motto is keep fit. Be ready. You know, if you are young, you have a certain brain, and then your brain and your body, they are two friends. Yeah. So the brain tells the body what the body has to do. So later it changes a little bit. So the body gets a little bit more stronger than the brain, because the body tells, oh, stop, this we cannot do anymore. we should be careful with these things, and also my friends want to do me a favor, and I'm not very keen on everything what is, I would like to control. I'm a controller. Yeah, and everything what is on water, what I don't control, I can get seasick. Yeah, and then they spend me this what is the name again? You know, you skydiving, something like, you know, there's somebody who takes you, and then he's behind you, he takes you, and then this with the air, it pushes you up in the air, and then you drive in the air like Batman, and they were all laughing. They had a lot of fun, and I was also laughing because, but I was happy that it was over. I love to be in Moscow, yeah, because it's really, I was, as a child, I was, you know, you have this movie, Dr. Zhivago, and then you see Russian is so big, and then it's such a mystery. So, and then, okay, all this is more than 70 years ago, and then you have an idea about the town, how it would be. Is it dangerous? Is it? How are the people? Are they strange people? And so the first time I remember very well, I was in Moscow, and then I was invited by Vita, and then we try a horse, and then they put me in the hotel. It was around 1 o'clock in the night. And then I went out again on the street because I wanted to smell the street, and I was so impressive about how easy it is, how normal it is, how it is not that dangerous that I was thinking, you know. And then many years later, if I went back to Moscow and I see the development, how this town develops, and I think that's something very important, to keep good relationships, because this gives you a good feeling that every door is open. Everything that you went, never close the door. Leave always the door open so that you can come back. Because life is so short, and life is also this horse world is so short. So I think I have really good friends, and I love them, and I also think that they're also happy to be a friend with me, and okay, this is something very important. You cannot live your life alone. It's not possible. Oh, I think it's be a little bit in love with yourself. I think that's super important, because how can you love other people if you don't like yourself? Yeah. At the end of the day, never all alone. Because there are some moments in life that it doesn't go like you want it, and then so you need friends where you can speak with, because this is super important. If it doesn't go good, that you have friends where you can talk with, and that they can tell you, look, go this way or do this way. But also, I think with yourself, you have to be a good friend with yourself.